up, guys? Here I am once again. I got my man Trent Spencer. He's out of Atlanta, Georgia, and he's into a couple of things. He does real estate investing. He's into internet marketing, making tons of money on the internet now these days. And as you already know, this whole series of videos that I'm doing is typically just to motivate you. Hopefully what we're doing here can inspire you, because all of these guys who I've been interviewing or at least putting in front of you, these guys are very successful at everything they do. Alright? But at one time, as you already heard, they weren't successful. And it kind of gave you some secrets and tips which are very similar to what everybody else is saying, which means if everybody else is saying it and it's working, it probably works, right? Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is just kind of let Trent take the floor, as we already have been doing, and let him give his side of the story on how he's been able to get from A to B and be able to stay at B and be successful at what he does. Trent?
Hey, what's going on, TJ? Thanks for having me here today. You know, it's beautiful out here in the Dominican Republic. We out here having the times of our lives, and I just want to, share something with you guys who, may be struggling to really get off the porch and start taking action right now. A few obstacles that I see a lot of people run into is, just procrastination. A lot of people, they think that it's going to be a perfect time to get in the real estate business or the internet marketing business, and it really doesn't work like that. I mean, you just have to go at it head up first and just learn as you make your mistakes. And that's the way that I learned. That's the way that's allowed me to develop my business to what it is right now in both internet marketing and real estate. I didn't know anything when I first got started, but as time went on, and I dealt with the right mentors and surrounded myself with the right same like-minded people as myself, I started to see a drastic change in my business. So just go ahead and dive in head first. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm originally from Norfolk, Virginia. I was raised in the ghetto, the slums, all my life since I was 14 years old. And I actually, when I started to make a transition to be an entrepreneur, I had to eliminate certain people that was in my life. I still got love for these guys, but I mean, they're still doing the same shit they were doing 10 years ago, on the same block corner they was on 10 years ago. And once I realized that life wasn't for me, I had to surround myself with different people and more people that uplift me. And some of you might say, well, hey, that's not quote unquote keeping it real, or that's fake, but it's not. Anybody that cares and loves you wants to see you do great. So if those people that you were hanging around has a problem with you trying to be a better person, then they shouldn't be in your lives anyway. So not only those types of people, I mean, it could be family members or relationships. Always surround yourself with people who uplift you and people who want to see you succeed, and people that have proven to you to have your back. So I think that should help a lot of you guys out. If you have any questions, or actually no, you can check out my new YouTube channel, Visionary Lifestyle. It's my motivational channel, where I'm going to be helping you guys get from the point you're at right now to wherever you want to be in life. I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers. It's just a channel simply showing you guys what I've learned over the years through my experiences. But you can hit me up on my email, atlantainvestgroup@gmail.com. You can also reach me on Facebook at I am Trent Spencer, facebook.com/IamTrentSpencer.
Hey Trent, man, I think that was awesome. I think you touched on a few points there that a lot of people are going to be able to relate to you. A lot of people don't come from the greatest environment, and usually that's their main excuse, right? Well, man, it's the environment that I'm in. Well, nobody has a gun to your head saying that you have to stay in that environment. One thing about it was, guys, or is we were all born with the power of choice, right? That's what's special about us human beings. God could have made us to be a rock, a tree, or even a bird. Birds don't have a choice but to fly south in the winter. Okay? They don't have a choice. We have a choice to do whatever we want to do. So nobody's putting a gun to your head saying, hey, stay in that environment. So stop using that as an excuse. And as you see, guys, what I really wanted to get across is all of these investors who are very successful at what they do, they all say the similar things as far as personal development. Your environment is key. This shit is real. this is nothing fake. We're not putting on a show here, guys. So I want to appreciate you, Trent, man, for blessing me and my people with some of your time. And, of course, you know this won't be the first or the last time we hook up.
Most definitely, T. Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, guys, it's your boy T. I don't even have to go through all that. Y'all know who I am. Listen, guys, have you been seeing investor by investor? All right? All the answers have been pretty similar as far as our personal development goes and how we've been able to make that change as far as shifting our mind from the old data we once had in there that wasn't really producing any good results that could yield anything that we ever really wanted to, actually educating ourselves to now start achieving the things that we really wanted to achieve. So right here I have Dennis Marshall. He's a big-time internet marketer out of Tampa, Florida. And he once was in real estate, but as I told you in a previous video, you may not even be able to use this or for real estate. You can use this in your personal development or whatever business you start, because you have to be motivated. So what we're going to do, we're just going to turn the floor over to Dennis Marshall, and just he's going to give us some insight to, you know, maybe some problems that he incurred or some trials and tribulations that he had to go through to get to where he's at now. Dennis?
All right, as T said, I did start out in real estate, and I was going super hard at it, but I got to a point where I felt like I was going against the grain for myself because it wasn't something that I wanted to do, and I was doing internet also, so I gravitated towards internet marketing. That's something that I felt deep in my soul that I really wanted to do. So now here I am finally today, and I went through a lot of trials and tribulations. I lost my apartment. Lost my car, was homeless for some time, so I had my trials and tribulations and things that I went through, but through all of that, it's like you got to be able to see the end result. And I constantly, that's another thing, you got to have a huge support system. So I'm constantly seeing these guys, they're posting what they're doing, and I'm seeing how they're living, and I know that I can attain this. I know that I can do this, so I had to keep that vision alive. So constant motivation from, Eric Thomas. What's that one guy that you like so much?
Les Brown.
Les Brown. Just get all that motivation as much as you possibly can, and listen to that daily. Like I used to have Eric Thomas every single day as I'm riding through the streets, riding my bike. That's all I listened to was Eric Thomas. I wanted to keep my mind positive as I was going through the most negative time of my life. You know what I'm saying? So through all of that, I would say one of the most important parts of me getting here today was my support system. You gotta have a strong support system. Family, friends, and if you got anybody that's putting negativity into your ear saying that you can't do this, it sucks, but you gotta kind of push them by the wayside and let them feed off of your success. Once you make it, that's when they'll come patting you on the back and be like, oh man, I see you finally made it, and then they might try to eat off your table too. But then that's when you gotta, you gotta basically make that choice. Do I want to allow this person to eat off my table now that I made it, or do I still want to, just separate myself from them? But that's the short version of my story. But that's what it takes: a strong support system and a strong vision for what you want to achieve.
Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree, D. You gotta be able to see where you want to go before you can get there, right? So if I take this vacant piece of land that I may purchase, and I plan on putting a hotel on that piece of land, I have to be able to see that hotel before I put it on that land, right? Okay, hotels just don't magically appear on land overnight. So you got to be able to have the vision, see it, and then take action every day. And it's not going to come overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? All right, so we got to take these little steps every day until we reach the ultimate attainment of our goal. And if you never quit, then you're going to reach it. If you quit, you already know what's going to happen, and it does something to you subconsciously. Okay, so never ever give up. And as you said, and as I said earlier, and as he told you, he was being very real with you, and I appreciate that. Then he shared something very personal with you guys. He went through some very hard times. He lost his apartment. He lost his car. That is the most easiest time to get down on yourself and be negative. Alright? But you got to be around people, or you have to be into books, or you have to be listening to some type of motivational speakers to help lift your spirits back up. Because we can't do it all by ourselves. We're human beings, and the flesh is weak, guys. Okay, the flesh is very, very weak. All right, so Dennis, we appreciate you. We know that your content and the message that you gave across to the people, you're definitely going to help a lot of people who are in similar situations where you once in, and maybe they can use your words of inspiration as motivation to move forward with whatever they want to achieve in life, man. And I just want to say I appreciate you for your time. I appreciate you for all of the success that you're having. I'm happy for you, and I wish you nothing but more continued success, man.
Same to you, man.
All right.